Hardy, how's it going?
It's good.
It's been too long.
It's been a while.
Back on loan from his foray into rock, one of his other true homes. We have him back in country. Country.
Yeah.
I love the sense of fun you bring to everything. The title of this album, the title of the deluxe, even the cover.
Yeah. It's all there's all like intention. What you just said about taking a year and I mean very intentionally exploring rock and roll, putting out an actual rock record and pushing rock singles and like not doing any of this because it's not. Took a year to be a rock and roll artist, and just what you hear in the span of that year from people and you know, just like this album, this record was like fine, here you go, here's your country record, but which was my intention already. But just it's you put 3 or 4 records out and there's a lot of opinion. You start getting a lot of opinions. You start hearing a lot of things, and so I just wanted to everybody to make sure which format this record was going to be, and so if I had to say country 3 times to get my point across and roll my eyes on an album cover that's going to live forever, then so be it. But we're here. I
love it, but the whole thing is also sincere. I mean, in many ways, it's a love letter to where you're from.
Absolutely, yeah. It's I feel like in my head, I went back. We call it our deer camp, our camp house. That's been there for 40 years now, and I lived there in my head writing this record. I guess I was just kind of feeling homesick. I'd been busy and traveling a lot, and especially like favorite country song, Luckiest Man Alive. There's so many, but that's where I went. That's where I lived, and with this record. And so there's a big piece of Philadelphia, Mississippi, or really more specifically Neshoba County, that came with this record.
What do the home folks say to you when you put the record out? Like, who are the people back home that you care what they think about the record you just made?
You know, I got to be honest with you. I got like 4 buddies back home and their 4 wives, and that's about all I talk to. My hometown is so proud, like super proud though, and you know, I remember I thought it was so cool when Luke Bryan was dropping like Flint River and little parts of where he's from, and I thought, why, you know, I want to do that and like really make my music my own, and so I will see comments and stuff, you know, about like, oh, he said so and so creek or whatever and this and that and all that. I know they're very proud, but I typically stick to just my few friends back home, and you know, they're at the same time, if they don't like a song, they'll be like, bro, that sucks, that song's stupid or whatever. You know, they're brutal with me, but it's good. They're like my filter.
Talk to me specifically about favorite country song, the single.
So that song, I wrote that song a couple years ago with Ashley Gorley, Zach Aubin, and Bo Bailey, and man, it's a snapshot it's truly a snapshot of where I come from, and it kind of introduces in the verse, you know, like you've got all these songs that are many people's favorite country songs, and even drops some that weren't actually like big hits, like Sinners Like Me and Outskirts of Heaven and stuff like that. But you know, obviously what it's saying is like what my favorite country song is, like what you experience with your ears. This is way in depth explanation, but it's just a really good like snapshot of. If you really grew up in the country, you'll know what it sounds like to hear a truck 5 miles away with straight pipes on it, and you can hear just and things that you kind of take for granted once you live up here in the city for a long time, you know?
Very true.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll end here. What's your highlight of 2025? Like huge tour, huge venues.
I mean, having my baby girl. We had a daughter on March 7th, and it has just taken over our world in the best way, and a lot of great. From a career standpoint, I would say I broke an attendance record, a hard ticket show in Hershey, PA. That was very cool. But from a life standpoint, I mean, having my baby girl for sure.
Congrats!
Thank you.
I had forgotten that.
Yeah, she's a little cutie.
The holidays have to be extra special now.
Yeah, it's been fun, and we went as the Wizard of Oz for Halloween. She was Toto. My wife was Dorothy. We made her stroller a basket so that Toto like riding in the basket, and I was the lion, and it's fun. It's different these days, but really fun.
What happens Thanksgiving, Christmas? You go
We'll
home,
go to California for Thanksgiving. We're going to swap California and Mississippi every year for Thanksgiving, but Christmas is here. if you want to come see the baby, you come to Nashville, Tennessee. But we're not going to kill ourselves by traveling and doing crazy stuff over Christmas. So we're just going to stay and relax and start our own traditions and all that kind of stuff.
I love that. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.